Number 5. Australia vs India 2015 World Cup Semis.
As I said, we could have done something better, but it doesn't really matter now.
After winning the World Cup in 2011, India entered the World Cup 2015 as defending champions. India started the tournament winning all 6 matches in the group stages, beating the teams like Pakistan, South Africa and West Indies, topping the table. India just needed 3 wins to retain the World Cup. After beating Bangladesh in the quarterfinals, India faced Australia in the semis. Australia batted first, and with the help of Steve Smith and Finch, Australia set a whooping target of 329 runs for India. Indian batsmen failed to perform well in the big stage, which led them to score just 233 runs. In the post-match presentation, Dhoni had tears in which made the country cry. Number 4. Australia vs India 2003 World Cup Finals.
So a bit disappointing for you, but they are a tough team to beat.
Yes, it's a bit disappointing, but all credits to them. They played very well. It was not an easy wicket to bat early on. It did a bit, but I thought...
After the match-fixing scandals on the Indian team in 1999 and 2000, India made a strong comeback in 2003 World Cup by winning every match in the group stage and Super 6. India faced Australia in the finals of 2003 after winning the toss. Ganguly chose to bowl in order to capitalise due. Australia scored 358 at the loss of just 2 wickets with the help of Australian captain Ricky Ponting 140. The target of 359 went quite unachievable when India lost Sachin's wicket in the first over. At the end, India lost to Australia by 125 runs. Sachin's man of the series was the only consolation for India. Number 3. India vs Sri Lanka 1996 World Cup Semis. The day when Eden Gardens burned. In 1996, India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka hosted the tournament with majority of the matches played in India. India team was well balanced and was considered one of the contenders for the title. India qualified to semis after a decent group stage and a spectacular victory against Pakistan. Who can forget Venkatesh Prasad's reply to Amir Sohail? In the semis, India faced Sri Lanka at the majestic Edens. The game went on smoothly until India team chasing 252. India lost 8 wickets for 120 runs, whereas they were 98 for 2 few minutes before. With only 15 overs to go, the crowd started to quarrel and set fire in the stands. This forced the officials to stop the match and announce Sri Lanka as the winners. This is considered as one of the disgraces for the game. Number 2. 2007 World Cup knocked out in group stages. Being the finalists in the last World Cup, there were high expectations on India. With a lot of speculations around the new coach, new batting order, India featured in the 2007 World Cup held in West Indies. India struggled in the series opener by scoring just 191 runs batting first, which showed the weak mentality of the team. On the other hand, it was an easy task for Bangladesh as they chased it down, which was considered as one of the greatest upsets at that time. India won against Bermuda in the second match by a huge margin, which gave huge hope to the country. But the hopes shattered when the team lost to Sri Lanka in next match, which knocked them out of the tournament. Aftermath of the series was even more worse than the series result. Players' houses were attacked by fans, which made this tournament the one to forget for Indians. Number 1. India vs New Zealand 2019 World Cup Semi-Finals. 2019 World Cup had different rules from the other WC tournaments. With the teams reduced to 10, the tournament happened in a single round-robin method where the top 4 qualify for the semis. India topped the league charts by winning 7 out of 9 matches, losing only against England in the group stages. Rohit Sharma scored 5 centuries in the 8 innings he batted on. India met New Zealand in the semi-finals of the tournament. Rain intervened on match day and New Zealand scored 239 runs, which India were forced to bat on the reserve day. India had one of the worst starts in history, losing its top 3 for just 5 runs. Dhoni and Jadeja played a fighting knock, but it was not enough for the victory. India lost against New Zealand and failed to qualify for the finals.
Feel bad for the result. and everyone goes out there to win the game for the team. And if it doesn't happen, you obviously feel like you could have done things differently, or look at things in hindsight. But yeah, that's why these games are called knockouts, because if the opposition plays better, you're out of the tournament suddenly. So we have to accept that. I think we're sad, but we're not devastated, because the kind of cricket that we played in this tournament, we know where we stood as a team, and today we were not good enough, and that's the nature of this tournament.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe us and enjoy the beautiful game of cricket with us.